Hit it, everybody. Hit it. We're here live. Third Phase of Moon, Blake Cousins, taking your calls from around the world. It's big. It's real big. It's happening right now. Live radio. That's right. Third Phase of Moon, Blake Cousins. And it's been big, real big this past week. What's been going down? Well, lots of things in the skies. And that's what we're here for. Reporting people's testimony from the world to the people. Because we need to wake up. I know a lot of you out there know that we're not alone. I know a lot of you believe this, but we need to share it to the world that, look, get used to it. We're not going anywhere, that aliens are amongst us, and they're visiting us. They're abducting people. There's high-tech technology in the air right now, anti-gravity. We've just spoken with Michael Weiss. You saw his video, an anti-gravity 737 jet airliner parks it in midair. Quite unbelievable. These major airliners possibly could be harnessing the anti-gravity technology, and what better place to hide it in a jet airliner. This is quite amazing, new, astonishing events. And then Jack's back. Jack just reached out, shared some incredible video to us of what I would call mind-bending. You wouldn't be able to possibly survive these kind of maneuvers, zigzagging in the sky. Drones don't move this fast. It looks like whatever happened was something that we can't explain, and Jack can't explain it. That's why he's reaching out to Third Phase Moon. So things are happening. Things are happening in real time. Wow. And I just looked over all the phone calls getting into us. And they're trying to reach out to Third Phase Moon. They want to share their story. So you know what? We're going to get to it right now. What we're looking for is a good story in regards to UFO encounters, alien encounters. We want a beginning, middle, and end. We want to get clarity to what is going on, what's happening, what's with the phenomenon right now. So let's bring them on. Let's bring in the public. Let's bring them in right now to Third Phase. Let's go to area code 617. You're live. Third Phase Moon, welcome. Area code 61. Hi there.
Hello?
Oh, yep, 617. You're live. Welcome to the show. You okay there? Oops, he dropped out. I don't know what's going on, but we're going to move along. We're going to move on right now. 708. Thanks for calling in. You got a UFO sighting you want to report tonight?
I'm just wondering who. Hello?
Yep, 708. You're coming in a little muffled. You got a UFO sighting you want to share tonight? You're live.
All right, I'm just checking to see if I'm live. Is it me?
Yeah, you're live, man.
Hello?
Welcome to the show. Hello, do you hear me?
Well, I have an old...
I don't know. Am I not coming in clear enough, people? You're on live, Third Phase of Moon Radio. We got to move along. We're going to go to area code 215. Are you there?
Yeah, this is Tony Bowers.
Tony, welcome to the show. Where are you calling from, Tony?
I'm calling from Philadelphia, PA, but my story goes all the way back to 1969 in Akron, Ohio, where I moved from. And we all had seen this giant UFO. And one of the photos that you showed, one of the videos that you showed, reminded me of that moment when we had all witnessed a giant UFO in the backyard of my house. And ironically, my school, which was an elementary school, Lincoln Elementary, was right there. And this thing would basically take up the whole back neighborhood. And when my mom said it looked like it was going away, it came back just as fast. And I've been going through this my whole life, trying to figure out, what happened that night in Akron, Ohio. And the next day, after we had seen this, the news media, said, like so many other stories, it was a weather balloon. Now, my father worked for Goodyear Tire and Rubber. I was right next to the blimps. I didn't see weather balloons. I didn't see all kinds of things. But this was an actual UFO. And I just, commend your show. And I tell everybody about your show because people need to get the word out about what's going on. I'm a sky watcher. I've been watching the skies. I haven't seen anything since that time. in 1969, but I'm ready and available to record at any time.
Nice. Nice. Appreciate you calling in, Tony, and I'm glad you're the first one to call in because you said it so clearly. Your sighting sounds amazing. 1969, that's quite a ways back. There was a lot of turmoil back in that time. It was a
it was.
sign of times, and maybe it could have been reverse engineered military aircraft. You said it looked metallic in its way, or
it was 100% metallic. It was a bright silver, and it had all different colors of lights on it. But the thing was, it didn't make any noise. And
yes.
Like I said, my father worked for Goodyear, and
he was
always around airports changing tires and stuff like that. I used to tag along with my dad. I've seen almost every type of military craft there is. 5 years working with the Navy, civil service, and I just couldn't believe this thing had no noise to it. As big as it was, it was bigger than almost a football field, and it just made no noise. And then years later, my mom started talking about us having a loss of time, and
really?
I'm still trying to piece things together from that year.
It's kind of interesting too. It's after encounters like this, people have this missing time phenomenon, and you really don't know about what happened to you until years later. But this is a quite common experience as far as UFO witnesses. But let me say this, because what you're explaining to me sounds huge, and this is typical media. They want to cover it up with some silly notion that what you're looking at, people, is just a simple weather balloon, as they said. Give me a break.
Yeah, that's what the police department tried to say, and that's what the news media was told to say.
Yeah, we've
a lot of people that still live in that area.
Yes.
A lot of people it changed everybody's life, and a lot of people came down with cancer. Most of my aunts and uncles and family members died of cancer, and it was just ironic that so many people witnessed it, and at the same time the military and the police department just dismissed it.
Wow, Tony, that's very disturbing, to say the least. Obviously, you think there could be a connection with what you saw, what's going down in the neighborhood. Are there still people that you are in contact with that saw this in 1969?
Yeah, I know my best friend, Michael Carson, and Mr. Brandt, William Brandt. There's so many people. Doyle, Eugene Hogue. Right after that sighting, a lot of people moved out of the neighborhood, and they moved to other parts of Ohio. Some people moved on to Florida. I moved to Philadelphia, and it's just like you just can't get it out of your mind anymore. I try to stay away from flying anymore. I don't go in any aircrafts or any type of air bus or anything like that, because it's just a fear that I have. And since I've been in Philadelphia, my niece and my great niece was driving out towards Conshohocken, and they had a similar experience like me. And nobody believed them. My family believed them, but nobody in the news media, no police officers, state troopers, nobody believed their story. And we were all just left hanging and with no closure. And that's all I've been looking for years, was closure. And
well, Tony, I think
it just don't seem like it's going to be in my lifetime.
Oh no! Don't say that. Don't say that, Tony. Keep thinking positive about this. I do, and we already know disclosure is happening. Look at what's been shown on Third Phase Moon over the past few years. People like you calling, their videos. Something's going down, right, Tony? It is. You saw it.
Yeah, I've been new since I was a young boy then, and it just stayed with me, and it's just like you just can't get the truth out of government anymore.
No, that's absolutely true. Tony, appreciate
you calling in. It's just a shame that so many people have to suffer, worldwide. And I'm watching the stories worldwide, and it's just phenomenal. I just can't believe so many people, millions of people, not hundreds, millions of people are seeing these things, and no one's doing anything about it, or they're in denial. And I'm like, when is the denial going to stop? And if there was a foundation, a wish foundation, that would be my last, request, to see someone in government admit this is going on if there was a wish foundation.
That is one of that. It's about right. You're about right on the button there. That's what the government needs to start coming forth with the information that they have. Release this free energy that we're seeing all around. It exists, and it's about time the people deserve this. The people deserve this already. We've been standing by all this time.
Yeah, but not. I mean, there's a long term. There's a long term effect that it has on people, and it doesn't go away. Because I thought it would go away for me years and years ago, and it just leaves you psychologically damaged in a certain way. And I'm a self-taught contractor now. I'm inspired by what I had seen. I'm very, very religious now. And it's just like I just need somebody to, bring some closure to, these episodes that everybody is experiencing. And I'm just so proud to know I'm not the only one, because watching, your program, it just let me know, it enlightens me, and it just makes me feel more appreciative that somebody is trying to get the word out.
That's right, Tony. We are trying to get the word out. Appreciate the call in. Your experience, quite amazing. And the repercussions of dying of cancer after witnessing this weird thing in that neighborhood of yours. Now that again, is quite disturbing. I got to thank Tony for calling in. This is kind of breaking news on that subject matter. I'm going to look into that. Tony, let me get that exact location of your sighting, and we'll document
it's on, I used to live at 953 Marion Place in Akron, Ohio. The zip code is 44311 at the time. And it was right behind Lincoln Elementary School.
Wow, that's cool. Do you recall the exact date?
I don't remember the exact date, but I know it was in the paper. It was in the Akron Beacon Journal newspaper.
Wow. Okay, we're going to try and look that up. Tony, you stand by. Appreciate the call in, man. That's important information that the world is going to hear, and they're hearing it right now. So that's you did very well tonight, Tony. I'm sure glad that you called in tonight.
Thank you. I just appreciate somebody hearing me.
They're hearing you.
Didn't look at me and say, you're crazy.
That's the thing, people. That's the thing. You're not crazy. People, you are not crazy if you've witnessed the UFO, and I could understand you wanting to keep it to yourselves because the ridicule out there. There's so much ridicule. But right here at Third Phase Moon, we just want to hear it because people are listening, and boy, they are listening. That was Tony, and that was his testimony. This is Third Phase of Moon, Blake Cousins taking calls from around the world. So let's get to some more calls. We're going to get to some more because we got to get to the information. 713, you're live, Third Phase of Moon. Welcome to the show.
Well, hello, it's Robert. Yeah, I was the one that called maybe a few weeks back regarding the sighting I had of liquid silver on I-45. I don't know if you recall.
Sure.
On the freeway. But since then, I've just been to find some more information about that. If you have heard anything from that, but also wanted to add that I did talk to somebody in the UFO arena who really is travels around the world discussing this, and he said that there was he actually has a video of that something that was like a liquid silver anomaly.
He's got video of it?
It is anomaly. Yeah, he does, and it has to do with some guy from Switzerland that gave it to him while he was out there talking in Switzerland. This guy came up to him. I know. I'm going to try. But anyways, I wasn't sure whether you heard anything or found something else regarding that, because it's just, so I'm real curious to find out what that could be.
I could understand your dilemma in finding out what this is, because it sounds quite strange. And maybe if we see this video, we could put a finger on whatever it is, and probably not, because these unidentified objects up there that people are videotaping, people ask me all the time, like, what's your take on this? What's your take? It's like, people, I really don't have a take. I'm just in shock and all like you. What am I looking at?
I went through the internet. I was trying to do some research there, and I could not find anything, absolutely thing even close to what that anomaly was. But have you ever watched, or your fans watched there was an Afghanistan movie clip, a story about a guy who works for the CIA, and he has this SEAL team accompany him to Afghanistan, and it's like a 45-minute clip talking about these orbs or spheres that are in Afghanistan, and they were trying to get to the bottom of it. But anyways, there was, at the very end of that movie clip, there was something like that liquid silver that showed at the very end. But I don't know if you've even seen that, but that was the closest thing I could describe to that. Try Googling it on YouTube about that Afghanistan movie clip. I don't even remember what the name of it was, but it was pretty good.
Well, we'll try and look that up, Robert. And what's going on in Afghanistan, Iraq, and pretty soon I bet you Syria. There's technology that our military is using. That's alien. That's it, people. It's happening. There is a connection, and it's been made, and we're just waiting for it to trickle down to us, because that's how it usually works. Military has it. NASA has it. Then us little people, we get it next. And we're standing by for that. We're standing by. There's so many callers in. I can't believe it. We're going to go to break. Hold your breath, everybody. This is Third Phase of Moon. Wait till you hear what happens next. I don't know, but I got a feeling it's going to be huge. Did you hear, people, what's just been aired on Third Phase Moon Live Radio? Wow. I can't believe what we just heard. 1969. Huge metallic UFO pays a visit to Akron, Ohio. Next thing you know, people are dying of cancer. This is the headline. That's my headline. We all heard it, too. It's so genuine, what Tony shared. It was genuine, people. Things are happening. Now, there's so many calls in. I'm going to try and get to you all. We'll find out if we can. Let's go to area code 585. You're live. Third Phase of Moon. Welcome to the show.
Hey,
Hello?
Blake, it's me, Jose, again. You hear me?
Jose, yeah, I hear you. What's going on? What do you think? You got a UFO sighting? You got something you want to share?
Well, I wanted to share you another encounter. This is with my mother in Puerto Rico. I've been dying to tell you about this one because this is about an actual UFO landing she witnessed with her twin sister.
A UFO
Yeah.
landing in broad daylight? Was it in the daytime?
Yep. Yeah, it was in the daytime. And my mom,
We have a lot of callers but yeah, let's hear this story.
Yeah, I'll be quick about it. Back in 1974, my mom, after Billy Meyer witnessed her own UFO landing in her hometown in Puerto Rico, she said it was like midday, all of a sudden her twin sister, because my mom is a twin, so her twin sister, her fiance, and my uncle all four of them witnessed a UFO landing right next to their house in Puerto Rico. And the craft opened its door. And my mom is convinced to this day that it was military, because she said she witnessed the door open, and it's like you know how they show like the little stage door stairwell, like how you go down the airline. You know how some of the airliners, like the airplanes from the airports, they bring their little step downs. Well, like that, and she witnessed like four people in military suits come out the craft, and they were like blonde hair.
The Nordic, the Nordic tall white, and you're saying that it was kind of like a retractable staircase that came out of the ship, and
and it came down like how you walk down an airliner from the airport, like a Delta airplane or something like that.
Well, get your mom to call in, man. I want your mom to call in to Third Phase. I want to hear that story from her side. Would that be fine? Get her on.
Yeah, but the thing is that her English is broken. You know what I'm trying to say? Because I'm Spanish in descent, Puerto Rican.
Sure.
My parents are Puerto Rican, so if anything, she's probably just going to be able to tell you in Spanish, and I'll translate it back to you in English.
That's fine. That's fine. No problem. The language barrier is no barrier with Third Phase. We communicate with people around the world. So get her on the phone next week. Okay? I want to hear that.
Will.
Right. All right. That's awesome. Wow. Things are lining up, and things are looking up because people are waking up, that we're not alone. Did you hear that, people? Did you just hear that? Okay, now we're going to go to other callers. There's just so many. I don't want to miss any of them. So let's get to it. 702. You're live. Third Phase of Moon. Welcome to the show. 702. You there? Hello. 7021. 2. Got to clear it up. Got to clear things up. Is it 206 ready to roll? Let's go with 206. Let's bring him on. Or her. You there?
Fuck.
Uh-oh. Let's watch the bad language. You there, sir? Hello? 206. You there? 206. I don't know what's going on, but if you don't speak up, we got to move on. Is 215 ready for Claire? No. Okay, nope. We're going to go with 210's good to go. Let's bring in 210. 210, you there? Area code 210.
Yes, I am here.
Welcome to the show. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hello, yes.
Calling
210.
from Texas?
Calling from Texas. Right on. What was your name?
My name is Dahl. Officer Dahl.
All right, go ahead.
I'm a security supervisor. I've been listening to your show for one whole night, and I wanted to call in because my entire life, me and my sister have experienced a lot of stuff. But the one that I want to tell you about the most is when I lived in Bandera, my children were growing up. And me and my husband, it was the 14th of November of 95 because it was my daughter's birthday, and she had a slumber party. So we let him take over the house, and we were sleeping on the porch on an air mattress. And I was watching the stars, and he was trying to sleep, and I'm watching the stars. I said, look at them stars. They're really freaky. And they were like in a triangle shape. And he wasn't paying attention. I mean, he's trying to sleep, and I'm saying, wait, they're moving back and forth. They're not doing like normal helicopters or airplanes would do. And so he picked his head up and looked, and he saw it, and he goes, wow, that's really freaky. And right when he said that, this black helicopter came over like not even 12 feet above us, and like shined light right on us. And I just flipped him off, like, get out of here, what are you doing? It was crazy. But 3 nights later, my husband was at work, and, the kids are in bed, and it's probably about 2 o'clock in the morning, and I had my doors open, and the moon's out, so I could see completely in my house because I had a geodesical dome house with triangles, skylights. So I could see everything in the house. And I laid down, get the kids to bed, and I'm laying there, and I roll over and I look at the door because the door's open, and it's probably about 3 feet from my bed. And this gray, big-eyed looking alien, he was short, he wasn't tall. He was looking at me, and I just covers over my head, and I said, go away, just go away. And I have experienced a lot of stuff. I've seen stuff in the sky, watched a lot of it. My family doesn't believe me, which is horrible when they sit there and say you're nuts, when they think you're crazy. But my sister, when we were kids, she knew. We don't talk. We haven't talked in 15 years, but she remembers everything, and I remember everything when we were children. I just wanted people to know. I just wanted people to know that we are all looking at our cell phones. We are not looking up at the sky. This stuff is really happening. They are really here. They've really been doing this for a very, very long time. I'm going to be 50 years old. I know what I saw. I wasn't on any kind of drugs, never have been. I wasn't on any kind of alcohol. I was fully awake. I was not asleep. I just laid in bed. I know what I saw. But people don't believe you. They think you're crazy.
You're not. You're not crazy. You're not crazy. And I keep having to repeat this. I've said this a few times. People, you're not crazy if you saw a UFO, and I could understand. Or an alien. Let me ask you this. I love when people see an alien up close.
I've seen it.
I'm sure it sounds like you didn't love it at the moment. It sounds like you're pretty like, okay, please leave. And then when you
beyond that.
yeah, it's quite terrifying. Some people die of heart attacks when they see an alien because they just can't comprehend what they're looking at. Have you ever heard of that before? Yeah.
I comprehended it, but whenever the doctors, like I've had many operations, they try to knock me out with the anesthesia and stuff, and they can't do it. I've had upper GIs, lower GIs, and they can't sedate me, and they kind of find that really weird. That they can't sedate. I remember everything.
Wow, that's strange. What about your sister? Did she experience this entity, this alien, as well at the same time?
Yes, many times she would tell me I was gone from we were little kids. She would tell me I was gone from the room. And
so you'd be gone all night?
Not all night. I was just a little kid.
Yeah, and you possibly could have been invited, as I say. You might have been invited, abduction.
I was listening to that. I listened to your show all last night. I've watched it all on YouTube and stuff, but I was never invited.
Okay.
I was never invited.
Sure, yeah. Well, in my case, I would be invited one way or the other. If they want to abduct me or one way to me, I just let it happen already. Let's do this. But in your case, it sounds like you were terrified, but as a little kid, I'm sure that's reasonable. Would you be more inclined now them visiting you if they're 3 feet away from you in your bed? Would you try and communicate this time around?
I ain't saying they haven't. Just saying I haven't been aware. When I want to tell my husband or something, he thinks, hey, she's losing it. I'm like, no, I'm not.
You're not losing it.
I mean,
Your
it's a
sister
joke.
was there.
It's a joke. My sister
Your
was
sister
there,
was
yes.
there. Your sister's there. She can back you up. Come on. It's
yes.
that,
Oh,
you
yes.
know, there it is. It's not, there's no.
My child,
not, not my
26-year-old, my 32-year-old child can back it up. She remembers Bandera when we lived there. She remembers things that happened there. She remembers it. And it's, I can get with her to call y'all back, but she would tell you the stuff that happened. And it was terrifying to me because I wasn't invited, and I seen one, like I seen that day in Bandera, or that night in Bandera. I'm not afraid. I'm going to ask them why. Why you got to be messing with me? Go pick on somebody else.
Absolutely. Well, you know, this story that you just shared was a good one because you have a UFO sighting, you have encounters with an extraterrestrial. Your sister was there, backs you up, and then the typical thing, you're afraid to tell people this. And how many times have we heard first-time, basically, confessions of alien encounters on Third Phase of Moon? People, do you know how many times it's happened? Thousands of times over the years over here at Third Phase. People share their experience to us. And on the radio show, hundreds of times. And you're listening to it live with me, Blake Cousins, Third Phase of Moon. And, I can't get over this stuff. We're in search for the truth. We're in search for the people are in search to find out what's going on. What we're going to do is get to the truth, and it's going to happen soon. Blake Cousins, Third Phase of Moon. Stand by, everybody. We'll be right back. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. Live and real information, real time. The phenomenon, Third Phase of Moon, UFO phenomenon, the people, the information. It comes in fluid, real fast, in real time. Let's see, what numbers do we need to pull up? There's so many phones, calls right in. Let's move into right here. Right. Let's do it. Let's go. We got to do it. 8:57. You're live, Third Phase Moon. Welcome to the show. Oh.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah. You made it to the phone, I hear. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, not bad. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Boston, Massachusetts.
Oh, Boston, Massachusetts. How old are you?
I'm 11.
Wow. Love the young fans right here at Third Phase. So have you seen a UFO? And what was your name again?
My name is Gloria.
Gloria. Have you witnessed a UFO for yourself?
Yeah, I was driving. My brother was driving my sister down to Dartmouth to go back to college because it was a break. And when we were in the highway, we seen like a triangle, and it was like lighting up, and it was hovering like around like the ocean, and it was like kind of weird. And then I like tapped my brother, and I was like, "Look outside, look outside the window." And then he was like, "Oh my God, I think that's a UFO." And then when I told my sister, she really didn't believe me because when I tapped her, the UFO was gone.
TR3B. Do you know what a TR3B is?
The what?
Yeah. A TR3B, it sounds like what you just witnessed. And it's triangular shaped. It's government owned. It's stationed at Area 51 most likely. And it's heavy tech. I mean, real heavy. All the way from out there. Extraterrestrial out there is what I mean. This thing's souped up with extraterrestrial technology. And that's what's going on. People are seeing this TR3B, dubbed the TR3B, black triangle shape, huge. Some say 3 football fields wide in diameter, or what you would say a triangular shape. Huge. What's flying it? Nobody, as far as a human, could possibly fly it. Or maybe, I'm not sure. All I'm saying is that there's alien tech above our skies, and that's a fact, people. That's a fact. Let's go to more callers. We got to get to a lot of callers in. Thank you for calling in. And the kids nowadays, they have their eyes on the skies, and they got their phones ready too. There's going to be so many UFO sightings coming out on a regular basis, daily. Give me a number. Let's go to area code. Let's see. Let's go to area code. Hold on a sec. 857. We're going to bring in 857. I think we tried 857, but you there this time? Hello?
Hello.
Yep. Welcome to the show. We got a few minutes left on Third Phase Moon Live Radio. Go ahead.
Hi.
Hi there. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Amira.
Amira?
Yes.
Oh, welcome to the show, Amira. Pretty name. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Boston, Massachusetts.
Oh, wow. A lot of callers from Boston tonight. Have you seen a UFO yourself?
Yes. I seen one I was in my brother's room, and I just looked out the window and I seen a hovering object in the sky, and it just like crashed. It just fell from the sky, and it was like spinning very like fast, and it just dropped. And then and it was like soaring a lot, and it didn't make no noise at all, and it was very shiny. And when I told my family, they said that no, I think they were like, no, it's not there. And like when I came back to my room, it just disappeared. And when
wow, oops, sorry about that. Go ahead.
It disappeared so fast.
Well, things move fast, and when they disappear just like that, hello, thunder and lightning's rolling into Third Phase of Moon headquarters right now. So if you hear some blast going on in the background, the rain's starting to pick up. There's a storm on the big island of Hawaii right now. Hopefully we don't have any disruptions, but you might hear some thunder going off because it's starting to get going. But I see that there's a caller, and that would be, and they've been holding on for quite a while. We got to get to them all if I can. 631. Welcome to the show. Area code 631. You're live.
Hello?
Yep. Welcome to the show. Hi there.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Good, thank you. My name is Felipe, and I'm calling from Long Island, New York.
What's up, Felipe? How's things going over there?
Pretty good. It's chilly night right now. Well, going straight to the point.
Sure.
I've been in New York. My parents brought me here about 13 years ago. And I'll say when I was in high school, I was about 15 years. I'm 32 now. And it got me so much what our friend Tony said before about when you get to see a UFO and it just doesn't go away from your memories. I was short, long story, I was watching a soccer game in my school, and all this on in Chile we have the Andes Mountains from Santiago, very close. So you get to see the blue sky like amazingly perfect. So all this on, I saw this like typically oval shape metal looking object on the air, just steady in the air. About 15-20 minutes went by, and it was still there. And my friend was right next to me. He's the one who actually told me about it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, could be a helicopter or a plane or whatever." But after a little while, it was like a plane or a helicopter just gonna stay at the same place. And then we were like, maybe it's a balloon, and it wasn't. But it was so long that we were like, it just can't be anything, just staying at the same place. Maybe about half hour later, or maybe 40 minutes later, because we kept watching the soccer game because we weren't 100% sure if that was a UFO. And all this on, I look back at it, and this thing just moved like in a second. It went down, probably like a mile, down to the right in about a second. And that's when we were like, wait a minute, do you saw that? And I was like, yeah, it just moved really fast. Like that definitely, it's not a balloon anymore. It's not whatever else we were thinking. And then it just shoot back up to the sky, and it went out of Earth. So we were like oh my God, like no freaking way. And, that it was like probably 3 seconds that happened after just staying there, who knows what, after just staying there for like good 45 minutes that we get to realize that was there. Probably was there for a longer time before. And we were like, oh my God, like what the hell is that? And, it's been like what, maybe about 14 years since that happened, and that's still in my mind. I always been like, right? What's up?
You know why it's still in your mind? Because when your mind experiences something that it's never experienced, it's never going to forget. It's just like Polaroid flashed in your head. It's not going to go anywhere. It's called shock and awe, trauma in its own sense, but in a way that is just so imprinted in the brain memory process that it's not going to ever go away. And I'm sure it feels like it happened just a few seconds ago. You can imagine it right now.
Right.
Like it was right. That's so cool. So you had your family there. Everybody.
No. I was at the high school, and I was with my two friends just watching the game, soccer game. And my friend next to me is the one who told me, he's like, "Oh, Felipe, you see that up in the sky far away next to the mountains?" And I was like, "Yeah, I see." And I was like, "Maybe that's a helicopter." Then 10 minutes later, maybe that's just a plane. And then we were like, maybe it's just a balloon. And then 45 minutes later, we were like, okay, it could be something else. We don't know. In the back of my mind, I was like, it could be a UFO, but I didn't really want to say it. And then when it just went down quick in maybe half of a second, a mile down to the right, I was like, what? And then it just shoot up out of planet. I was like, what? And we just look at each other. We were like, no way. That's I was like immediately UFO, 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 and that was my first experience. And I've been looking online. I've been very careful about seeing and believe what I see online. And I found this guy. I don't know if you ever heard of this words, Soline Salah Ra. Apparently, it's some kind of words that if you are by yourself in an outside or in a place, well, they say, this guy was saying to be outside and look at the sky and repeat that word about 80 times and then trying to, like, stay yourself calm and very positive about this. It's a Soline Salah Ra, R-A, Ra. It's like three words.
Leave me out of that one. Leave me out of that one, man. I'm not going to say that fast 80 times or what have you. Wow. But say that again, just for the audience. Go ahead, one more time.
So you Soline Salah Ra. Actually, if you Google that, it'll bring you exactly to what I'm talking about. And I did that. I was outside, and I was like outside listening to music. It was a nighttime. It was summer, last summer, and I keep repeating that for about 80 times, and then you're supposed to just keep repeating that in your head a whole bunch of times. And I just keep repeating that in my head, and I just keep checking the sky. And it was an open blue sky, and I can see all the stars. And all this on, I don't know if this is real, if it's a language to have some kind of connection or a message or something. But whatever, all this on, this like almost same thing, oval shaped thing, light up on the corner of the sky in my backyard. And just out of nowhere, this kind of flashlight just, like it moved, like someone turned a flashlight on, and it just moved from one side to another side. And when it was moving, I could see the shape of this thing. And I was like, what the fuck?
Oops,
I'm sorry. I was like, what the heck? And and all of a sudden it just like disappeared. But I keep looking around for like drones or something, and there was nothing in the sky.
Felipe, what I want you to do is, whatever that word is, go out in broad daylight, go out there in broad daylight, get your camera ready, or what have you. If you're starting to communicate with them, whatever way you do it, if you got to say this word 80 times, just have your camera ready and send it to Third Phase. All right? We're standing by. I got one more caller to get in, but Felipe, appreciate you calling in live Third Phase Moon Radio. Your story's pretty cool. Thank you so much. And that's 80 times? Man, don't even think about me saying that. No way, but wow, that's you just never know. Now we're going to go to a caller. They've been hanging on for an hour now, and we're just about ending Third Phase Moon Radio, but got to bring in 719. 719, you made it to Third Phase of Moon Live Radio. Welcome to the show.
What's up, Blake?
What's up? How's it going? What's your name?
Hey, dude. This is Drew over in Alamosa, Colorado from Colorado UFOs at YouTube.
Hey, Drew. Right on. Colorado UFOs. You're a shooter. You shoot those. You get video evidence, right?
Yeah, I got a little bit of video evidence. Through the years, I've got some on different channels. But what I wanted to tell you guys is originally I'm from Southern California, the high desert. I pretty much had Edwards Air Force Base in my backyard, Lockheed in my front yard, and I've only been in Colorado about 17 years now. Now, my wife's originally from here, from Alamosa. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but, did you ever see the series on TV Chasing UFOs?
Oh, yeah, sure. But, that they did it all the wrong way. But, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, anyway, they came out here and they investigated. They really didn't do a good job, but I'm just giving you an idea. No, of course not.
They don't do good jobs. The major media doesn't do a good job. They sensationalize it, but they don't talk to the people, follow up, and interview it. They edit it. The producers, the networks, they don't want to show you the truth. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, you know that. I know that. Check it out, Blake. I've been wanting to call you for a while, bro. But anyway, since I've lived in Alamosa almost 17 years, I've had over 120 UFO encounters, including one close encounter of the third kind. And I literally saw a UFO hovering over my neighbor's house, and I'm going to tell you about that right now. You want to hear about that?
Let's do it, man. We got 5 minutes.
Okay. It was 2008, about 100 feet from the Rio Grande River in the neighborhood next to Adams State University in Alamosa, Colorado, just so you guys got an idea where it's at. It was 2:30 in the morning, and me and my son had been hanging out in our bedroom, and my wife and daughter were in the living room. It's the weekend, and we crashed out in my room watching some 80s movie, Kroll, okay? And so I woke up about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and my bedroom window actually...
Hold on. Did you just say Kroll? Yeah, I love that movie. Cyclops, UFOs that could flying horses, The Glade. Okay, go ahead. Okay, lovely movie. Go ahead.
So I wake up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom, as usual, if somebody's got to pee. You know what I mean? It's summertime. My bedroom window's open, and it's facing the alley, which faces the houses on the next block. As I sit up in bed to put on my sandals to go to the bathroom, I look out my window, and I realize there's something over my neighbor's house flickering. So I squint because I'm kind of half asleep, bro, and I lean closer and I look, and that's when I realize, dude, it's like a 20 to 25 foot around silver disc, like just like the movies. You know how people say it looked like the movies? Dude, this kind of looked, but there was no windows or anything, no markings. It just had a yellow and a white light chasing each other around the edge, and it hovered silently. It didn't move or bob, or it was about 10 feet above my neighbor's house. But check this out. People's house that it was hovering over, I actually worked for 3 years before here in Alamosa. They owned a 50s diner, and these people are prominent landowners in this valley for probably over 100 years. Pretty interesting. Anyway, so in 2008, we didn't have decent cell phones, bro. I had what they call a track phone. Remember those?
Yeah, those old school things that weighed about 20 pounds. Yeah.
Yeah, just a little Nokia or whatever crap it was. Anyway, so I couldn't get any video of that. But, you know, we do a lot of UFO watching here. And where I'm at in Alamosa, you could draw a line to the south to Los Alamos and a line to the north to Cheyenne Mountain. Do you feel me?
Sure. A lineup. Something
well, are
might
you
be
familiar
happening.
with? Are you familiar where Alamosa is?
You tell me.
It's in southern Colorado. It's pretty much the bottom southern tip of southern Colorado. Okay, and are you familiar with the UFO Watchtower in Hooper, Colorado?
No. What's that all about?
Blake, you need to search that UFO Watchtower, Hooper, Colorado. It's literally a watchtower built by a lady who said when her husband died, they sold their farm. They built a UFO watchtower you got to check it out, Blake. You can come in the summer and camp there. You can pay and camp there. And people actually meet there. UFO conventions have met at the UFO Watchtower in Hooper, Colorado. Now, it's just up the road from Alamosa, probably 29 miles or so. So,
do you go there, sir? You're on location over there in Colorado now?
You know what? We drive by there quite a bit, but I've never actually went in and been there and
No, you do it, man. You do it. You got to stand by here. You do it. Go.
Hey, you know what I was going to tell you was, are you familiar with the Salida UFO, the cylindrical Salida UFO?
The cylindrical UFO?
Salida, Colorado. Are you familiar with that UFO?
No, I'm not. There's so much information that we get that it's hard. What you have to do is, what we're looking for is people that shot the videos, and then we want them to reach out. But I can't follow up on all these stories because I like to deal with the public that they submit to us. You know, that's cool.
Yeah, I feel you. I haven't figured out how to send it to you guys yet, but I do have my channel, Colorado UFOs. What I was going to tell you is make sure you check out the UFO Watchtower in Hooper, Colorado. You can check out their website, dude.
We're writing it down, and that is good information. That's what it's all about right here at Third Phase Moon is the information processing in real time from the public. And I'm sorry that I couldn't get to everybody tonight. There's been so many callers, but we only got an hour every Friday. And I mean, 1 hour every Friday. I can't get to everybody. And we're looking forward to extending these radio shows a little longer because the information has got to get out to the world. And the world is waking up, and they're waking up pretty quickly. We're almost up to 315,000 subscribers. Just things are happening quick. What, 180 million views? Now that's quite incredible. And you know the word is getting out. You just heard it right here. The public spoke, and there's so much incredible information coming in. I got to thank everybody from around the world that participate in disclosure, because freedom of speech and information from the public, uncensored, is about as full disclosure as disclosure gets, people. Everybody, keep your eyes on the skies. Stay tuned to YouTube Third Phase of Moon for daily updates. New incredible UFO videos. NASA cover-up. Things are going off. Things are going big time. And we're going to be sharing a special with Edgar Mitchell, the late Edgar Mitchell. Unbelievable things. The sixth man that walked on the moon, the third mission to the moon. New information from Edgar, an astronaut that claims that we're not alone. That's quite incredible. Stay tuned for that. Blake Cousins. We'll be back next week, Friday. Same time, everybody. Keep your eyes on the skies, everybody. We'll see you again next time.
Third phase of moon. Third phase of moon. Third phase of moon.